Hi guys, and welcome to the Rocket League Replays YouTube channel. Today, we want to present a video replay of the match between FURIA Esports and Team Vitality during the Esports World Cup 2024. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
And the whole crowd turned for Team Vitality. It was one of the great turnarounds in Rocket League history, and now Fairy Peak, Zen, and Co are trying to do the same, but this will not be easy, no matter how much the crowd cheers for them. It's FURIA versus Team Vitality.
It also gives us a really fun look into the future, potentially, because if FURIA or Vitality win, bear in mind our key system that we've got. Bear in mind our key system that we've got going on. Because, look, if FURIA take this and they take the entire event, they can choose Vitality's key to encase in their trophy at the end, or vice versa. But that is a stunner of a pass coming central from Lost.
Yeah, I've got a feeling based on the guy who's just scored, his reaction to Team Vitality in the past, Team Vitality will be the first key that he reaches for. He might even say, do you know what, we don't care about the others, just give us Team Vitality. Break it into 3. They will be all 3 keys. I don't know if that's part of the rules, but if it can be, FURIA will certainly make it so. And they have started early doors. It was a 4-1 victory last time they played against Team Vitality in London, but they did lose to them before then in the Swiss. They've started off good again this time around. It's all FURIA attack up to this point. There was a pre-jump in the center. Drafinia was trying to find the pre-jumper, wasn't able to. And Team Vitality, a team who managed to grind through their victory yesterday. Weren't playing at their best, I think it's fair to say, against Twisted Minds, but they did enough. Have to get going now. And who else do you turn to if you need to get going?
And who else has Zen turned to after he scores that goal? But FURIA immediately cheering towards them. Very NAS-esque that we saw in the G2 series, getting that triple tap from the backboard. But Zen finding the bottom corner, and he was not the man in London when these guys last played that was the issue. As I said, it ultimately came down to, I think, Radosin not feeling on top form. And by all accounts, he had a massive headache being in a position like that when you're feeling not 100%, and you come up against a team like FURIA, who are playing at 100%, is going to make it harder. But realistically, you've got to play to what you can do. So Vitality getting a retaliation goal with class.
Well, here comes Jan now. Drafinia is in the center, but it's Lost that the ball falls to. Pushes it out wide. FURIA not too affected early doors by that Team Vitality equalizer, nor by Zen giving it all that after getting it. That's what you love to see. These guys always getting fiery towards each other. There's love outside the server when they're in it. Desperate to win against one another. Alpha has to get the touch here and doesn't. Drafinia thought he could beat Zen to the ball. Now it's Radosin against Jan.
Rado's had a great touch there too. Defensively, he's already secured a couple. Getting a great save, making sure that his team stays nice and safe. Minute 45 through. It's going to be FURIA trying to fight their way out of defense. A flick over one high Lost. I think the player for me, the MVP of the previous series when they played in London, Lost was the #1 guy in that series in particular, at least.
FURIA, of course, coming into this one off the back of a perfect sweep, but it was against Nkosi ballers, so tough to tell really what their form is like. It's a match they are always expected to win comfortably. Taking the lead early doors, and I would say having more of the play against Team Vitality is showing that they're building upon that momentum. Zen though has a chance to doink it. He does doink it. That is proof that you must doink the ball. Don't backflip. Zen does it.
And you know what? Yeah, fair play, Zen. That mechanic that me and you are so deeply in love with. Didn't get a goal that chance, but if he flicks, it goes to the ceiling. We don't need to convince the people about the doinks here, but Zen is going to be the man doing that for us. Halfway through the game, he's now going to have Lost on a relative open net instead. Actually, no, sorry, Radosin, Alpha was in the back corner. 100 boost picked up right-hand side. Can he get anything central? Who's waiting? Everybody on FURIA, apparently.
Yeah, and gets that one out wide. It's turned towards Team Vitality a little bit recently. Zen certainly seems up to it. He is the player for Team Vitality that's getting the most on the ball, that's not afraid to dive in from the left and the right, playing first man, really. More of a Radosin role up to this point to show how G'd up he is. But will that work in Team Vitality's favor? Not if Lost has too much control of the ball. Alpha goes up, gets himself involved, but Jan is able to flick this one. Radosin and Zen, one of them has to call the other one off. It's Zen that pulls rank.
That's a chance.
Follows through again, gets himself a chance to the backboard. Alpha's coming in now. Can he get a clean touch on this ball? Radosin again looked like he wanted to come in, just decided against it.
I like seeing players call their teammates off balls as well. Shows that their comms are very much on point. That is a long pinch going far. 100 boost taken.
Well played.
But his life taken along with it. Zen to the scrapyard.
Yeah, that was brilliant play there from Lost to get the demo for a second. Zen, despite having no boost, looked like the ball would fall to him. When Lost came in for FURIA and they were in North America, it was a relatively slow transition, but now he is one of their star performers for sure. Incredibly trustworthy, rapid around the pitch. My goodness, that boy got some mechanics, but here comes Vitality again. Zen, the man who has all the mechanics, gets it straight down. It's going to be enough, is it? Radosin charges it in. Full hype, Vitality take the lead.
Those demos across the net too. Alpha with one, gets the bump away, and then it comes down to Zen, the double tap. Drufo does work his way back, but Radosin muscles it home. The 1-goal lead now, found for Vitality. And honestly, every time they score, everyone don't even bother looking at the goal. Look at their player cams.
I love the picture-in-picture player cams that we have throughout the Esports World Cup. Such a simple yet beautiful feature, adds so much. And FURIA are now chasing Yan. He gets a touch, but he's been kept so quiet in this first game. Lost, he goes in there. He's got his flip still, I think. No, he had lost it at some point. Zen puts it towards Drafinho. He's trying to get something going. 45 seconds left now. FURIA have to pace things up. Lost takes over in the air. Alpha gets it as far as Yan, and Alpha follows it again, but that's a huge challenge one from Yan. Zen is going absolutely nowhere. Thankfully for him, Radosin was back, but Radosin, I think, is just grateful just to get a touch on that ball, and that's not ideal from Lost either. Is Alpha through? He goes for the edgeable bump. He doesn't even need it. It's 3-1.
2 goals clear now, and Vitality making sure that when they get one, they're not going to sit back. There's always the Vitality of, oh, the edgeable bump is going to be a favourite of Alpha as well. We've seen Zen in particular taking those plays. Amjack really popularising it years ago. In a 3v3, just as viable.
I think Alpha will be particularly pleased to get one in against Yan as well. He is, of course, FURIA's danger man. If he gets rustled and tilted, then FURIA are about half the team that they would otherwise be. So getting something that is always frustrating, you know, getting edgeable bumped. You're in the air, you can see it happening, you can tell it's building up, and sometimes there's nothing you can do about it, just like FURIA have been able to do nothing about this first game.
I mean, Zen, I think, was dribbling Drafinho down the pitch. He really made that awkward for him to stick anywhere near the back. But 3 goals, quite easily clear. This one extremely level until that final minute. And Vitality have turned it on, they've entered a brand new gear. Final 10 will not matter. Game 1 in favour of Vitality. In this, to be completely honest, a grudge match that has come out of relatively nowhere.
Yeah, and Team Vitality lay the first glove on the face of the opponents. A huge Game 1 performance.
Saying that's how he was going to dance after beating FURIA at the London Major. And FURIA were like, oh, that's a bit rude. That's a little bit mean.
Hell dance? Well, I never.
Exactly. And yeah, of course, that then has just spawned into the most incredible, like, cross-region rivalry that we've had now for the second time in a couple of months.
I think it's also because these are 2 of the teams that have stuck together for the longest time, you know? It's not just the same orgs with one player that still shares the stage. This is 3 players from each team who have experiences going against one another and have been doing so for a long time, continuing to just wallop chunks off of one another. And the first chunk went to Team Vitality. And I'll tell you what as well, Stumpy, if today is anything to go by, Team Vitality now go on to win this series with like a 15-1 goal differential and 3-0 overall. Because each time a team has won Game 1, they have swept the entire series today, even in these seemingly close series. So there's something in the water here in Saudi Arabia, it would seem, as Alpha clears on. Radosin might be able to get a redirect here. He does. It's just over. Is he following up? Yes, he is. And it continues. Radosin's bouncing on his chair.
That's another sign as well. Well, you know when they're feeling very confident is when Rado decides to just bounce up and down and make sure that he knows. Again,
do you ever bounce? I've never bounced. It's not a natural thing I do. I don't do that.
I'd be so scared that, like, I just snap the hydraulics in my chair.
Would you?
I'd be terrified of that.
Maybe. I mean, Radosin's a strong guy as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe. But it remains to be seen who taught Radosin the bounce meta, but it seems to be working continually now. Zen takes another shot. Radosin's flying in. And this time at the start of Game 2, it's FURIA that are having to dig deep and show their resolve.
So far, out of the entire tournament, I've only seen 2 series go, where the opposite way to whichever way the Game 1 ends up going. So whoever wins Game 1...
The entire tournament? Really?
Yeah, there's only been 2. It was Power and it was Gentlemates. So Power, of course, lost a little bit earlier on. Or yesterday, rather, to BDS. They took Game 1, and then it was also Gentlemates lost to Chiefs, but they won Game number 1 as well. So, very indicative, at least so far, in this tournament, but a minute and a half in, and Vitality trying to make sure that they are not giving any openings for FURIA.
Yeah, that was disappointing from Lost there. I mean, he got a great fake at first, and then I think he just wanted to do something with the ball, so he went for a flick, even though by then everyone out there, including all the eggs in the arena, realized he had no boost left. Lovely couple of touches there from Zen. He might be able to squeeze this one in. He doesn't in the end. Alpha does. It's brilliance, though, from the young Frenchman.
I mean, getting that touch, the resets keep it close, and then getting a flip central Lost that is just so well to cover it. But unfortunately for him, Alpha has got full pedal to the metal, sees the ball on the edge of the net, and reckons he can take that for himself.
It's happening again. The steam train is currently going at 300 miles per hour along the tracks after a team takes the first game, but FURIA back in it with that dagger from Drafinio.
Brake pads really starting to maybe settle on that train, with Drufo taking a shot right below the crossbar. Actually catches it right between Zen and Radosin. I don't know if Radosin saved that, to be completely honest. He got contact first, but it might have still been going in. I couldn't quite see the angle.
I don't think FURIA will care too much, though, how it goes in. Anyway, will do, especially a goal from the kickoff. Isn't it amazing how quickly Rocket League can swing?
What's that? 2 goals in about 4 seconds?
Not bad. Keep that going. They'll win this one about, I don't know, 26-2.
Pretty good going, that. When you look at the warm-ups both of these teams had coming into the series, FURIA, as I mentioned earlier, versus Nkosi Ballers, that was an absolute whitewash. Perfect sweep, 9 goals in one of the games. It was just an easy win for them. Vitality had to fight a lot harder against a lot harder of an opponent in Twisted Minds. So maybe that one, I was going to bring this point up when they were 2-0 up, I'm going to be completely honest. And now that it's turned around a little bit more, not quite as relevant, but still, no, this practice is going to be important. A pinch central towards them with the catch, but again, both these teams wanted to shut down opportunities early. Good bump.
Lost is going to take this touch. The bump helps him out a little bit. Now he has a chance to actually use some boost for the flick. Tried to delay it as long as he could. Couldn't quite pull the trigger in the end because of that. And Zen sure will be able to, though. Drafinio's in front of him. Drafinio just knows that Zen's going to get something here, but Zen takes Drafinio out in the end anyway. Just removes him from the goal line, uses his eraser at the end of his pencil and just scratches him away. Now it's Radosin. Touch into the center. Is anyone going to be there for Team Vitality? Not now. Radosin, though, does take out another, so some big demos coming in for Team Vitality. Zen wins it. Alpha should be able to put this one away, but it's a huge save right there on the goal line. Not actually sure who got the last touch for FURIA, but it was all important. Now they can counter. Yan up against Zen. This one's up. Zen almost got bumped away. Didn't in the end, and now it's his turn. So both of these teams is lobbing huge attacks one way to the next.
Seeing a lot of swarming defense coming in from FURIA right now. And making sure that they don't let anything through, because they know how quickly Vitality attack, but then Lost. A pinch off the post, ends up hitting the crossbar, then ricocheting straight back out again. Final 90 seconds, and FURIA suddenly finding themselves ready to attack. Their sharpened blades, wanting to find a little bit of action.
Zen yet again defending on the front foot, meeting FURIA at the earliest possible convenience. Gets this one back into the FURIA corner. Lost is up. Lost bypassed Radosin. Alpha beats him though. Radosin touched into the center where Zen was sniffing around, hoping he could get there. Now it's Alpha going for some bumps. So Team Vitality, they certainly would have been looking at the previous replays between these two teams and realizing that maybe off-the-ball bumps, playing in front of the ball could be the key. Drafinio, though, could be the key for FURIA here. Alpha is just beaten to it. There's 2 of them there. They have to avoid pitching it into their own net. That was almost disastrous, but it remains 2s.
That was a chance too for Yan. Alpha does squeeze his way in there, but I think Yan really could have had a good chance at goal. That was going to be relatively open. Yan with a beautiful in and out save, and then a whip round shot from Radosin is not going to be successful.
What a save that was from Yan. He had no boost. He had 2 Vitality players bearing upon him, and they were always going to get the free ball. Had to conjure something up, and now down the other end, what else can he do? Almost a double tap. Next goal maybe wins this one. Zen wraps it round. Lost gets it back into the center. Radosin avoids the bump from Drafinio. And now Yan can come in. This is the player that FURIA really want on the ball. They want him to show his creativity. But look how many free touches the rest of them are getting. Team Vitality have to close him down quicker and turn these free FURIA hits into 50-50s at the very least.
I mean, you want the 50-50s, but there's only 5 seconds left in this game. A reset from Yan. He's got it, but shut down quickly by Alpha in the midfield. Zen clears it. Alpha now his chance. They're going to be keeping this one up too. Zen into that back corner, cleared away by Yan to the ceiling. 1-2, Alpha to catch with boost. Kept up high again.
Radosin prods it long. Drafinio should just kill this one, and he does. I think every player relieved to see the overtime come up, because that one could have swung either way. One errant touch or poor 50-50, and suddenly the ball's going in your court.
I mean, we're lucky now not to see just another kickoff goal coming in from FURIA. A little bit more of an extended play before a goal's going to be scored. But Vitality, they've been scoring a lot more from these open play situations rather than set pieces.
Here comes Jan. Oh, he fakes it out for lost. The 50-50, sorry, the flip reset attempt wasn't quite good enough. He has to be perfect at this level. Jan almost was, but Radosin gets the read. Drafinio sends it long. Lost backflips, meaning Alpha will have a clean touch. What can he do with it? Again, not so much. Team Vitality maybe guilty of not taking enough touches in their own half at this point. Zen doesn't have any such issues. So now Alpha can come forward with some time. Radosin is hoping there's a bump, or at least something. He gets the next touch. Zen coming in now. I don't think that was an intentional fake, and the attack comes to nothing.
He didn't have the boost for it. Tried to get whip his body around the ball. But when he realized he couldn't get there, may as well just leave it, save yourself 20 boost just in case. But Zen now very open. He was given a lot of time. But Jan can save the shot from the bottom corner. Central down from Alpha towards Zen. Now Radosin instead the man to be connecting. So mostly Vitality so far in this overtime, but Lost and Drafinio both identify the threat of Zen in the sky.
Yeah, I was about to say lovely read from Drafinio there, but the fact that Lost went as well made that one a little bit sketchy. Worked out okay in the end, especially with Radosin missing. Now it's Drafinio on the left wing, trying to barge his way in. Lost into the center. It's a touch high from Alpha. Couldn't follow it up yet again. Team Vitality, too many loose touches into the center where FURIA are always hovering. Zen with 9 boosts should clear it, and that one is into a bit more space. Drafinio's at an awkward angle.
And that's a very awkward touch from him too. Going to set up Alpha down for that double touch. It goes top corner. From the veteran, snipes it. Drafinio, to be honest, giving that ball completely away. But that is a quality finish from a quality player.
It was all from the clearance from Zen as well. Finally.
Another game to be coming through your way. But you see just these incremental wins leading towards that big grand prize of the upper bracket final in Group C. But a spot for qualification on the line and a point, and a place rather, in the top 8.
What I would say as well is you do have to credit FURIA. They were 2-0 down after being smashed, was it 3 or 4-0 in game number 1. And I was starting to wonder if Team Vitality were going to completely pull away, but FURIA did not let that happen. Sure, they lost the overtime, but they forced the overtime. This is still a dangerous Brazilian super team, and they have beaten Team Vitality in the very recent past. So don't write them off just yet. Surely we're not going to have another sweep. Surely this one goes to at least 4. But not of Team Vitality playing the way they are. Radosin takes a touch. Drafinio blocks him in the center. Zen has full boost. This could be the continuation. He gets the flip reset, but Drafinio charges him down.
First 30 seconds, though, as ever, sees Vitality being that real aggressive side. Lost going for a 50. We saw him get a goal from that 50 off the kickoff last time. Jufo pinching central. Alpha very low on boost, just has to get it anywhere, and that goes straight into the path of Lost, who, yes, gets the dunk. Unfortunately for him, back to the blue.
Zen's going to be able to take a touch here, and that's something that Team Vitality have just shifted for this third game. They're inviting FURIA onto them, not just batting it back to the halfway line. Radosin Alpha double commit, but Radosin's touch was solid enough that it didn't turn into too much of an issue. And now Alpha can use the rest of his boost and get something. It's slightly awkward there. Alpha tries to get a bump, but Team Vitality have put themselves in a little bit of trouble. Their defending has been good for the most part this series, using some of the experience they took from Twisted Minds yesterday, where they had to dig incredibly deep for large parts of it. And FURIA having to break their way through. We're still yet to really see Jan score a good goal. How rarely do you not see Jan score at least one good goal in an entire series? Is this the moment? He goes to the backboard. Oh, and it's saved again!
Radosin sets the mortar in the wall, arranges the bricks how he needs to, and just completely shuts down Jan's stunning double touch attempt.
Jan's pumped out the way this time. They're showing the man no respect. You love to see it. Radosin, he goes high and should get it past Drafinio as well. Now is Zen off? Oh, we would have loved that boost. Jan steals it, and Jan stops it, and Jan blocks it. I'm just keen to watch Jan here. He'll be ever more frustrated the way this series is going. Of course, his whole team will, but Jan in particular. He's picking up some boost. Drafinio's going forwards now, showing some patience. Radosin out wide, and it is a chance for Jan, but the angle's not quite right yet again. All they can do is pump it onto the Team Vitality backboard, where Zen is able to play sweeper for the 50th time this series, get the ball away, and suddenly it's Team Vitality back on the attack. Radosin gets the flip reset. Drafinio charges it down as well as he can. Radosin gets past him now, but he and Alpha are on the same side. And though Alpha is incredibly aggressive, but that's why Zen didn't go for it as a third man.
Zen now up, then calls Radosin straight onto the ball. Alpha then removing one player at the back, calls in Drafinio on that blue side. Zen bumped. Can he still go for the double? He does, and my word, that is shockingly close to finding its way in. Radosin to receive in the midfield. 1-2, the tap and smash unsuccessful for the Vitality side, and Drufo cannot outbeat Zen on pace.
Yeah, it's a bit of a 50-50 game now. The occasional clean win is going more often to Team Vitality, but FURIA are getting some of their own. Here's Jan with 14. He's about 20 more to do what you really want to do there, I'm sure. Loss is coming in against Radosin. Fancied that second touch. Couldn't quite get it. And Alpha can't get this one past Rufinho either. So many nearly moments here in this series. Alpha's up, goes for the double. Can he sink this one? There should be a save from Lost. Only as far as Radosin onto the backboard. Rufinho alert. And Jan now has another chance. Fakes it though. And Zen just sends it back.
Zen also sees that Lost is coming in, so therefore chances are, if Jan hits the ball a little bit too hard, he can stay grounded, get the clear away, and dodge Lost at the exact same time. But now Lost is going to be the man bumped out of the back himself. Goes up high, completely uncontested, till Radosin tries to come in to clear the ball away. Zen back corner, flips, gets it away, not nearly far enough, and actually nearly hits the back of Rufinho as he tries tracing through for bumps.
Team Vitality, the reigning world champions, if they can just get this next goal, then they may well secure their place in the top 8 and send FURIA down to the lower bracket of Group C. The FURIA still hanging on. They're going to have to charge down Zen quickly. Rufinho does exactly that. That's a great clearance. Jan wants to get the doink, or at least bump Alpha. Can't do either of those things. Alpha was too nippy. Just shows how in an instant you can be through on goal and then suddenly you're maybe conceding.
Alpha very much wanted that boost in the corner and does get rewarded for reversing backwards and forwards on it. Let's see what he can do though with 27 of that boost left. The ball's actually hit over into that back corner again. FURIA desperately trying to recompose themselves in every single opportunity, and Vitality, they've been unable to break through the defense this entire third match.
One goal could take game 3. It has been even. Team Vitality have had their moments. FURIA, Jan came the closest before Radosin got the save, and now it is Radosin on the ball, wants to get this dunk. Lost, avoided that. But there's no one left with boost. Alpha leaves it for Zen. I think that was his attempt, but Lost gets it to the corner. Rufinho's coming in, trying to keep Team Vitality pinned in all the way to the end. But it could be another overtime looming, unless Lost gets his flip reset nearly. Zen had to hold his nerve. Rufinho killed the last one. This one he tries to keep up. Jan gets the second touch, almost, and Radosin, via a bounce, gets it to the ground.
Another overtime, another nervy one. Last time we saw Vitality take it after a minute 42. Central with nobody waiting. Goes down towards Alpha. And to be honest, Alpha has looked like that target man on Vitality's side so far. And again, wanting to go for a dunk to maintain the pressure. That's how they won a game 1 4-1. Yeah, they didn't just luck into those 4 goals. It's been Rado on that chance, blocked out by Rufinho in the air.
Rufinho is going to leave this one to Lost now. Lost almost beats his opponent Zen. Radosin can take it to the ceiling though. Radosin has a chance to seal this one now. Jan says no. Radosin rotating back bull side, a little bit tricky for Zen here, but Zen comes in, gets one more touch yet again. Alpha with the chance now, but it's saved down the other end. Team Vitality asking all the questions, knocking on the door, begging for the answer, but Rufinho sends it long. Zen has to be alert, puts it into the corner. Radosin was there, misses the connection. Now it's Lost's turn. FURIA needs someone, they need something, they need some sparkle on this game, but Vitality are just buffing it over and over again.
Zen forwent the ball there, instead went for the man. Now Alpha up to the ceiling. We saw him do magic from there earlier on. Jan burns all his boost to make sure that magic does not reappear. In game number 3, Zen Central burning a lot of boost, not do a huge amount with it till it falls back down towards Radosin, but Jan can clear it away up for 1. Ceiling again for Alpha.
This one's going to fall towards Zen, up against Rufinho. FURIA now the ones defending on the front foot, making sure that everything's a 50-50. They do not want Team Vitality star men to get clean touches on the ball. Jan gets it back to Lost. That's lovely. Lost has a chance for the flip reset here. How much distance going to get on this ball? It's almost enough. It's at the post. Rufinho goes back, just treads back for a second to pick up some boost. And right when he was whirring something up, Alpha takes him out the game and forces just a 50-50 for Jan, which comes to nothing.
Jan with a bit of bloodlust. He got one, fancied the rest of it. Radosin up with Jan, very low on boost. A shot is going to be huge here, instead Lost. The first player to the ball can clear it away. Zen, right-hand side, a reception, 1-2, reset, takes it low, but Lost isn't really falling for his tricks today.
Surely we can't have 3 sweeps in a row between these matches that we all thought would be close. Radosin clears it long. Rufinho gets it back forward into the Team Vitality half. Almost 2.5 minutes of overtime now. If FURIA are going down, they refuse to go down without a fight, and the fight is won, at least for now. FURIA take their first.
Stunning demo, precisely what you need to do in that situation. Radosin falls under utter pressure, and you know what? We're not seeing nearly as much of retaliation from the physical players across this stage as I thought that we might. Staying much more, very, very demure, very mindful in themselves.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that. I thought that FURIA would be up off their chairs after winning that one, but I guess it goes to show that despite winning that overtime, they're still somewhat spooked. This is a tough old series for them. They know they're not at their best. They know the mechanical plays aren't outplaying Team Vitality as they're defending so stalwartly. It doesn't matter how you win as long as you do. And FURIA, they had it. This was the moment. This touch here from Jan all the way onto the crossbar, and it's a lovely read.
I didn't give that nearly enough credit, to be completely honest.
Fulfilled now, which is everything now. I've achieved Zen myself.
Whoa, that's his name.
But it's his name. Team Vitality, though, they will certainly not be feeling anything close to Zen if they cannot see out this series. This is such an opportunity to claim revenge on what happened in the London Major. They will be horrified if they can't claim it and fall to a reverse sweep against FURIA. But it's FURIA starting off game 4 on the front foot, almost get the early goal. Lost might be able to. He fakes it. There's a double fake. Jan puts it away. Everyone's involved, but it's Jan with the finish.
15 seconds in, it's the best start that we've seen so far.
Have you ever seen a double fake?
Are we going to call them double fakes?
What would you call it? If you've got a brilliant name for that, then I want to hear it.
A double whiff. I don't think either of them meant to miss that.
Oh, come on!
I don't think they did.
They've just done a double fake against Team Vitality. The Jan slots in when they're on the back foot in a best of 5. They need a reverse sweep. Are you serious?
Oh, that's a fake. That's a wonderful fake.
That's a fake. You outrage me, Stumpy Goblin.
Right. 1 in chat if that's a fake. 2 in chat if they just both missed.
Mate, you're gonna lose the people. You are gonna lose the people, Stumpy. 100% a double fake there.
Oh, that's
Redemption has a chance now. Go and doink it. Hey!
Yes, good man.
Next you're gonna say that wasn't an intentional doink.
That's a beautiful doink. Always intentional. But a great beat out as well. No, actually, a fine beat out. Jaffinho, horrendous decision to go in for the third man. Don't dive in as that third man. Jaffinho low on boost, thinking, oh, I need to do something, cut it down early. Well, I get it, but that happens.
The problem was he probably saw the absolute bulldog that is Radosin's Fennec charging forwards and thought, oh, if I don't go for this right now, I'm going to be wiped out. So he probably thought, right, I might as well commit. I might as well W key it, or whatever it is they say in the Fortnite community. Just charge forwards. Radosin slots that one in again. Oh, man, they're combining now Vitality. They've weathered the storm.
We said that the train gently applied its brakes when FURIA scored a couple previously. Jaffinho's actually there to save that one too. But Zen on the follow-up from the corner, probably initially going for the man, instead changes his idea, goes for the goal instead. The Vitality certainly looking to be in the form where they're not letting that one game scare them too much, but it is still just 1 goal difference.
Yeah, I think the reason FURIA scored the first goal and then have just wilted somewhat is that you knocked that confidence by saying it was a double whiff when it was clearly a double fake.
Close the stream, lads.
I'm over it now. Yeah, exactly.
Close the stream, boys.
You'd think they'd be listening to their coach instead of our cast.
You'd hope. You'd really hope.
They're trying to improve their English, and we're here to help. 2-1 for Team Vitality. That could change in a heartbeat, though. We know that in Rocket League. Jaffinho into the center. That one's another shot.
My.
All these Team Vitality goals have had a player in front of the ball, and Radosin's going mad. Team Vitality happy now.
He's always mad. We love him for it. Another goal steal too. Poor Zen has had 2 of his stolen. But then he nabbed one off Radosin, which maybe he should have touched whatever else. But Zen at this point should be on a hattie, and yet they're all at 1.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Zen has got his fair share of competitive hat tricks. I'm sure he'll be okay if they can see this one over the finish line.
I'll ask him later.
It looks like it is Team Vitality's to win. They've been too quick for FURIA. I mean, maybe FURIA overcommitted after getting their goal. Maybe they tried to go full-blown attack when Team Vitality would just... That was their trap. Who knows? They'll be looking back at these replays, I'm sure, and seeing where things have gone wrong. But there is still all the time in the world. 2 minutes, 45 seconds, 2 goals. Very doable for FURIA. Somebody's calling fakes now. Too late, mate.
We're halfway through. They need to have 2 goals brought back. Alpha's going to be making sure that every second is going to need to be earned. Very stern faces coming in from FURIA and STL over on their side behind them. This will be a good series to listen to the comms to if you know either Portuguese or French.
then I'm not your man, baby. But I'll give it a good go. Iradosin up against Yan. That one's going to go over the top, and Zen is going to slap it away. Team Vitality realizing it's a period of game where they're going to have to do some defending. They'll have to look back at what happened yesterday against Twisted Minds, where they got a couple of 1-0 wins in a row. Game management is what happens when you've been playing together for this long. There's no more honeymoon period for Team Vitality. It's raw, pure game experience.
Under 2 minutes, and FURIA have really struggled to break through that final line. They've done a brilliant job in the midfield of getting good opportunities. But Vitality, they've just got expeditious defense, making sure that every touch they make is going to a teammate, or at least it's going clearly away from FURIA into a neutral zone.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're going for those zones, just sending it.
Building.
Yeah, the pressure is building slowly but surely for FURIA, but it's so lateral. It's left to right. It's sweeping left to right. Sorry, it's sweeping passes.
Left to right.
Very rarely are we seeing just a pinpoint pass from one FURIA player to the next, but that one falls to Drafinio and does that sum it up.
From left to right, we see FURIA.
Shut up.
Go for that one dunker chance from Alpha. Midfield is now Zen trying to block versus Yan, who absolutely schlangs it towards the orange net. But with 1 minute and 2 goals to attempt to bring back, every second is more important. Yan up high, that brings 2 defenders out, draws a couple, but still the third man being strong.
Alpha just goes for the quick shot here. It's not going to go in, but it should be enough just to steal away a few more seconds.
Like 5 seconds from that one shot.
Exactly. That's all that matters right now for Team Vitality. Just keep them coming. Keep the touches coming. And you'll be all right. Yan, though, he gets it forwards. Zen's in the air. Team Vitality on the cusp of claiming next blood in this long-running feud, on-pitch feud with FURIA Esports. Can FURIA change that?
It's going to be able to lost to start off that chain effect. Gets one reset into the second, but then gets blocked in the sky again. Drafinio central, Yan to attempt a dunga. It's going to be Alpha on a massive breakaway. The reset, well, not the reset, sorry, the redirect. It was possible. But again, pressure from Vitality, building, 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 not abating for a second.
Drafinio flicks it long. Zen was, he'd committed to that pre-jump earlier on for the block, but that clearance may well be enough. Team Vitality, they lost the overtime in game number 3, but it wasn't enough to slow them down. Iradosin rips off his headset. They claim the spoils. They guarantee top 8, send FURIA down.